Okay, let's start. So, once again, good evening and welcome to this webinar. Tonight, I'm going to talk about a new customized indicator for MT4, the risk ratio. Last week, I was presenting a webinar dedicated to risk management, and during this webinar, I talk about the risk ratio. And tonight, I'm going to present a tool, a customized indicator for the platform. So here's a summary. First of all, how to find new indicators, how do I import them, on the platform, how do I use them, and finally the presentation of the new customized indicator, the risk ratio. So first of all, how to find new indicators. The main source is internet, obviously. As usual, the main source is internet. It's a very good source if you want to find any indicators. It can be an indicators for trendy market or neutral market, for gold, for forex, etc. So it's a very big source, but unfortunately on the internet it's quite difficult to find good indicator, because sometimes in the program, the indicators program, there are some bugs. Or the program is not done, so it can be tricky to use them. Their reaction can be very dangerous. So on the internet, a lot of indicators, but unfortunately, most of the time, their quality is not good enough to be used on a real account. Second source, the broker, your broker. Normally, all good broker used to set a whitelist. The whitelist, this is a list of good indicators tested and checked by engineer or analyst. And within GKFX, we did set a whitelist where you can find a lot of indicator. It can be about price distribution, about customized MACD, or another tool to get a different period. For example, on MT4, custom periods are 1 minute, 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, etc. But with this customized tool, you can get a customized period like 2 minutes, 8 hours, 2 days, etc. Okay, now how do I import them? So first of all, you download the indicator, and then you have to copy it. Just an example here, my documents. Here, for example, here's the indicator, risk ratio. You just copy it, right-click copy or Control-C, whatever. Then you move to the platform. Okay, here is the platform. You click on File, Open Data Folder. Here is a new window. Then you open the file MQL4 and open the file Indicators. Okay, and then you just have to right-click and paste the indicator. Okay, and you will find the new indicator in this list. Where is it? Risk ratio. Yeah, this one. Risk ratio V2. This is the new indicator that I just imported into the platform. So just close the window, and a last action. Don't forget this action. You go on Navigator window, right-click on Indicators, and left-click on Refresh. Now you can use the new indicator. You click on Insert, Indicators, Custom, and normally we are going to find the new indicator, the risk ratio. Yeah, Here it is, risk ratio V2. So left click on it, and now you can see there are some parameters, inputs. So about the risk ratio, the copyright, you can set like that, allow DLL imports, allow external experts imports, but it's not necessary to allow modification of signal settings. Inputs. Okay, now the first value variable is use bid value. You better choose true. Choosing true, the risk ratio will be up to date. It will be dynamic. So it's true. The SL stop loss level, SL price, that's okay, okay. The font color, let's keep it black. It's neutral. Font size, not so important. Okay. And you can choose the corner, the second corner. Okay. The color, it's black. Visualization. Okay. So now let's click on OK. And now you can see the risk ratio. Okay, so now it's done. You can set the risk ratio. So now I'm getting back to the PowerPoint. And here, this is just a kind reminder. Last week we talked about the risk ratio. This is just a kind reminder how to use the risk ratio. So the ratio is the difference between the stop loss level and the take profit level. An example, if you are long, if you buy, you can set the stop loss 10 pips below the exchange rate and the take profit 30 pips over the exchange rate. So the ratio will be 1 to 3. Also, you better adapt the ratio, depends of the strategy. If you're a scalper, you can set for 1 to 2. For day trading, it will be around 1 to 2.5, and swing trading can be over 1 to 3. And also you have to adjust the ratio to the chart configuration, depending on the resistance and support level. So it was a reminder. No. What about the platform? So now, as you can see, this is the USD yen. USD yen, 4 hours. As you can see, the exchange rate is testing the support. So you may anticipate a bounce on the support at 108.20. So here you can set the stop loss. Just double click on it if you want to move the stop loss position level. So let's say that you want to set it at 107.80, and the take profit can be some pips below the resistance. Here, for example, at 109.40. Just an example. And here you can see at the bottom left, you can see the ratio. It's 1 to 3. And it's changing. It's changing because it depends on the exchange rate. Now it's 2.9. Okay? So this example, it was for a long strategy, if you want to go long on USD yen, but let's say that the exchange rate did break the support. It will be the contrary. This time you are going to set the stop loss over the exchange rate at 108.60, let's say, and the take profit to the next support. The next support is around 107 over there, approximately. So it will be red. Okay. And here you can set the take profit some pips over the support. Okay. And here, once again, on the bottom left, you can see the new ratio, 2.5. For day trading, it's perfect. Even for swing trading, it's good, but for day trading, it's perfect. Here, the ratio is very pertinent. Okay? And that's it. So now, I guess you understand, you understood that this tool is very simple to use and very useful. Very useful because thanks to this tool you can control and you can set the best risk ratio, which is very important if you want to manage the risk management, which is one of the most important part of trading strategy. Question answers. Just want to show you the next webinar next week, next Tuesday. I'm just going on the South African website. If you want to access to the new webinar, you just have to click on Education, Webinar, and here you can see the schedule for October. So tonight it was about the new customized indicator, and next week, same times, next week it will be about resistances, supports, and basic patterns. It's a basic webinar, but very, very important, especially if you're a beginner or intermediate. We'll talk about horizontal resistances, supports, and dynamic resistances and supports, and also I'm going to present some basic patterns, which can be very useful if you want to enter on the market. And if you want to register, just click on View Webinar. Now this is a new page. Go to Webinar, Resistances, Supports, and Basic Patterns. And you fill it, first name, last name, email address, and register, and that's it. You are registered to the next webinar. Okay, if you have any question, don't hesitate to send them to me through the chat.